episode review. My thoughts on the 6th episode of the 4th season of Arrow, titled Lost Souls. And I gotta be honest, guys, this wasn't a good episode to me. It wasn't terrible, but it was just really boring, really uninteresting. It just felt like, again, it was really one of those filler episodes. And this is probably a really, really short review. Really cut and dry. This episode just had nothing really going for it, man. Like, just getting started, like, these writers have ruined Felicity as a character. I'm sorry. Like, she is not watchable to me anymore. Like, every aspect of the character that I liked is pretty much just completely gone. Like, I don't even like seeing her on screen anymore. Like, I feel like I would like the show more if she wasn't even on screen anymore. I mean, hey, it's so possible she could be the one who's dying later in the season, so I guess we'll see how that goes. But overall, in this episode, Felicity being upset with Oliver about the fact that she chose Oliver over staying in Star City and all that crap. I feel like what they did with her as a character in 3rd season just ruined her. And 4th season, I feel like, okay, like they're showing some promise with the character again, only for in this episode for them to screw it up and be like, oh, well, I'm going to be upset with you, Oliver, but, you know, we'll have makeup sex, so it's all okay. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I'm so tired of Felicity, and I really don't like her as a character anymore. Like, sorry, I was plugging in my laptop charger. I don't know, I just really don't care about Felicity anymore. The writers don't do anything to make her remotely interesting anymore. I don't care about seeing her mom, her mom's like now romance with Captain Lance, I guess. And another thing that bothered me about tonight's episode was the fact that how they finally bring Sarah back from the dead, right? Barely use her. And Sarah, every time they brought her back, they'll keep her around for a couple episodes, and then she's gone again. I'm so tired of these damn writers. This is like the 3rd or 4th time they've done it with Sarah now. Like, okay, I want to get into full rant mode, but seriously, it's like they're focusing more of their stupid-ass screen time on Felicity when they got a way more interesting character in Sarah, who they just brought back from the dead again. And I want to see more of like what she's dealing with, like being back from the dead and having to deal with, you know, the effects of the Lazarus Pit. And I want to see more of her relationship with Laurel, and now the fact that, like, you know, Canary is back, and I want to know her thoughts on, you know, Laurel being Black Canary now. Like, I want to see that. I don't want to see Felicity's stupid family drama or her being upset with Oliver. I'm tired of that. We got so much of that last season. Don't go back to that. I want to see more of Sarah. You guys finally brought back Sarah and barely used her. You barely used her. Like, that's just really, like, as a fan, I don't like how they're handling it. I don't like how they're handling this, and then she's just leaving again to go to Central City. And I don't know. I mean, maybe they'll do something with her on Flash. Probably not, but maybe. I don't know. There were a couple things I liked about this episode. Again, seeing Sarah back for as brief period as she was, I like Sarah as a character. She's like one of my favorite characters in the show, and I was pissed as hell when they killed her off, and then they finally bring her back. So it was nice seeing her in her interactions with the team, trying to get back to the norm of what she was doing, you know, before she passed, or before Thea killed her. And that's another thing too. Like, I want to see like her and her reaction. Like, does she know that Thea killed her? Like, she knows that Thea was brought back from the Lazarus Pit too, but I want to know, like, does Sarah know? Is that another secret that they're keeping? Or is it they just didn't address it in the episode? Like, I want to know. Like, I'm curious. Like, I want to know how that's going to play out. But I don't even know. Well, again, Sarah's gone again, so I guess not. Damien Dark, I feel like they're utilizing him too much. Yes, he's barely there in the episodes, but the mystery of the villain is gone. Like, there's nothing... Because we kind of know what to expect with him. Like, I feel like what they did with Malcolm Merlyn, what they did with Slade, what they did with Ra's al Ghul in the beginning, they didn't have him in the forefront of the season, and the mysteriousness of him made them more interesting because you didn't know what to expect. We're seeing Damien Dark literally every single episode. And it's just, like, it takes away from the mystery of it and doesn't make him as interesting to me. Yes, the character is still cool, still badass, all those things. I still love Neil McDonough and the fact that he's on the show. But I don't like how the writers, hey, every week he's on the show. Like, pull him back a bit. Take, like, a 5-episode break of him not being on the show. Like, I'm tired of seeing that. Like, I really, really, really am. And we'll go back to another thing I like. I like seeing, again, Ray back. I kind of forgot how much I liked Ray. Towards the, I mean, in the beginning of the show, like, Ray was kind of whatever, but I kind of grew to like him in the end, you know. But I feel like Ray would fit better as a supporting character in Flash compared to Arrow. I mean, obviously, he's going to be having his own show, so I'm assuming I'll like him there. But, I don't know, I just feel like this episode had too much it was trying to do between Oliver and Felicity's drama, between Thea trying to help out Sarah, between, I don't know, the whole Damien Dark keeping Ray thing. I just felt like it was a mixed bag that didn't end up coming out well. Yeah, I don't know. Just, this episode just really overall didn't do it for me. And I want these characters, I want the writers to do more interesting stuff with these characters, because I'm at a point where I'm after this episode, like, I loved, like, you guys know, like, if you guys watched my review for last week's episode, I loved seeing Constantine back. Like seeing Constantine back made me so giddy, make me geek out, and I walk into this episode, and I'm just like, this was the most boring episode of the season so far. Like, to go from, like, the high level of quality that was the Haunted episode with Constantine, like, this episode was, like, way down there. Like, and it was just really a boring episode. I'm sorry, like, I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy or anything, but that's just how I feel about the episode, and hopefully next week's episode is better. We know where they're bringing in, you know, Diggle's brother back. Hopefully that'll make for some interesting storytelling. And yeah, so overall, again, this is a really disappointing episode in my opinion, guys. I don't want to keep ranting about how bad it was. So yeah, that's gonna be it from me, guys. So yeah, if you guys like what you see here, go ahead and hit subscribe below. I review Supergirl, Flash, and Arrow every week, Monday through Wednesday. I review comic book movies. All my movie reviews are on my YouTube channel, as well as my trailer reaction review videos for Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad and the Star Wars trailers. I'm going to be reviewing Star Wars: The Force Awakens when that comes out, so go and wait, you guys check that out when the movie comes out. And yeah, I think, so yeah, again, that'll be it for me, guys. So until next week, have a good one.